Hey guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Aphrodite Love. I hope everyone is doing wonderful and is blessed. And if you're not, if you're having a bad day, it's okay too, because every day isn't a good day. All you can do is work on it and try to change it for the better, either today or tomorrow. So I want to come on here and talk about briefly relationships. And I find while I'm dating that I am approached by single men in relationships, men who's married. And I always ask them after I find out, because it's not like they're always upfront with this information. So when I find out, I ask them, did you talk to your spouse about, did y'all have a conversation? Because I'm sure you're something, both parties have a part in relationships breaking down sometimes, it's not always just simple, oh, he cheated, oh, she cheated, sometimes, other things, personality clashes, you grow apart. You fall out of love, all of these things. So I always ask, did you talk to your spouse, especially if it's children involved? Did you talk to your person about how you feel? Have y'all had the conversation about how both of you feel and how you should go forward in said situation? And a lot of them will be like, yeah, and I'll be like, and ain't nothing changed. Sometimes that could be the case. I always, case by case, because it's always two sides. I don't always get to hear the other side. So I always take that into consideration when I'm having these conversations. And because I am a person of interest, I'm interested as to why are you, if you're involved, why are you dating or looking to date or whatever the case may be. And so they always come with the excuses, and sometimes I believe it, sometimes I don't, because you got to take it for face value, right? And my next question is, if you did talk to them and everything is what you say it is, then why are you still there? Why haven't you walked away, take a break, whatever the case may be? Because that might be needed. And people are so afraid because of what society says is successful relationships and this and that, oh, we must stay together, we must raise a child together, we must coexist in the same household, because that's what is the best thing, no matter how we're falling apart, we're falling out of love, or whatever the case may be. You did everything you can work, and you tried whatever means, because there is no set means of what is a correct way of handling your situation. Is to each his own. And if you tried things and it still didn't work, then respectfully bow out. I feel like we need to stop holding on to people. Be accepting of that. I may not spend forever with a person. Accept that and move on. Is it heartbreaking? Of course it is, especially if you spent years, you have kids. It's no one to say it's going to be an easy transition, but find out what works for you so that you are able to transition. Is it an easy transition? Of course not. You may have to, some people aren't working for years and you have to get back into the workforce, and things of that nature takes time. So you guys have to really sit there and talk about what exactly are we doing? What are we doing? And where are we going to go from here? Because personally, if a person's not filling your soul, if y'all not exchanging that soul energy between each other, which is a part of what love is expressing and giving and receiving those emotions. And on the outside of things, if we're going to go anywhere with this relationship, or is this relationship stale? Do we want to start business together? What are we going to do? Like, you can feel all you want to feel, but you have to be logic in the 3D and make those hard decisions that you may not want to do. Because why are you going to waste time with two people. You lie into one, you playing that game because you got one foot in and one foot out. And then when you meet a mature person like me who stands out, who's different, you get to know, you talk to, you see that you're interested in getting to know me on a deeper level, then why would you want to have another person involved in that? That's sloppy, it's messy, it's childlike, it's young adult-like, it's not knowing self-like. Because if you know yourself and you know what you want and you have your standards and boundaries about what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept in a relationship, then that just should be it. It shouldn't be, oh, this potential that. Is this person who you want to deal with and grow with right now? Because nobody is the same. Like, if you spend years and years and years with the person, sometimes you do change. Sometimes there's growth involved and all of that. So you may start off one way, and then eventually you may be like, that's not something I'm feeling, and then you have to part ways or whatever the case may be. But I think we need to get into the mode of being able to accept rejection and being able to move on with life, not being stuck so deep and attached to one person and like that's the end all be all. I don't care how long you was with a person, it's never the end all be all. It's not. So I wanted to drop this because I feel like we need to do better as people, men and women, in relationships, and be able to accept when and notice the red flags of when you need to walk the fuck away. Like, really think about when you having unprotected sex with these people, that this person might get pregnant. Do I want to have a child with this? Like, all of these things need to be taken into account before you really start to be like, I'm just going to invest in said person. Like, spend some time really getting to know each other and see, like, is this somebody that I can vibe with, that I can grow with, that we can have shit together? And is it always going to be that way? No, because people do put up facades and fronts and bullshit when they trying to get what they want. But you have to, once you figure that out, then you have to just cut it off. Don't think a person can change. Don't think that it's going to be different over time. Just be able to release. It's okay. Don't be afraid to spend some time alone. That don't mean it's forever. Just be comfortable in yourself and knowing what you want and be able to maintain that and keep that where it's at. And nobody can come in and break that. That is, you're going to have to go through some people before you just get to that. Yeah, you're going to have to. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. But everybody out here is not bad. Everybody out here is not a bad person. We just pick people based off of emotions and don't always think about emotions and looks, sex appeal and all that, and don't always think about the reality of shit. We all do it. It's a part of growing and fucking learning yourself and shit. And it's okay to spend time alone. It's okay to be rejected. It's okay to be able that you might not spend a lifetime with a person. You may spend months with a person. You may spend years with a person. Be okay with walking away. And that's all I want to say. Alright, y'all. So, yeah, that's pretty much. Let's come on, y'all. It's time to get this together. Stop being so possessive over one another. Let each other go. Just come on, y'all. Find something else to occupy your mind space and just try it. Is it a freaking guarantee? No, just keep trying different things until you find what works for you. If you need to take time off from dating, do that. Go write about it. You know, go sing about it. Go plant a tree or something. I don't know, but try to figure out a way to be able to decompress from people, places, and things that just aren't serving you anymore. It's okay. As a single mom, if you're a man, I'm a single mom. If you're a man, I wouldn't want a man with me just for my child. I wouldn't want a man with me that's just with me and be miserable. Like, what did you stand around me for? I would never want to bring misery to nobody that's coming into my life. So if I'm not bringing that to you, then don't bring that to me. And we can all be good. So peace, love. Hey, Agree Show.